In the city of Cyprus in 300 BC, there was a very wealthy trader named Zeno. During a voyage from Phoenicia to Piraeus, his ship sank, taking all his cargo with it. This single event, entirely beyond Zeno's or anyone's control, abruptly transformed this wealthy man into a pauper. Imagine you were Zeno. How would you react to seeing your life's work vanish in an instant due to nature's whim? What would be the proper response? Anger, sadness, or a feeling of betrayal by life? These reactions would be normal for most of us, but not for Zeno, the father of Stoicism. A small change can last forever, and a minor shift in perspective can lead to significant, impactful changes over time. Stoicism's core is all about acceptance and indifference. Inspired by the works of Socrates and other great philosophers, Zeno created and taught Stoicism. According to Zeno, while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how it affects us, and we must wield this control effectively. Instead of lamenting over lost goods, Zeno focused on keeping his composure, staying calm and neutral despite his situation. Today, people often see Stoics as unbreakable individuals who avoid emotional extremes like rage or anxiety. However, the original idea behind Stoicism is much deeper. It was not just a descriptor for unemotional people. It was a comprehensive way to view, describe, and understand the world. This way of life has endured for centuries. Stoic philosophy is just as applicable today as it was thousands of years ago, with benefits just as profound. Stoicism helps us process negative emotions from adverse experiences and turn them into thoughts that provide a unique perspective on the world. Perspective is everything, and everyone's experiences shape their distinct views. The Stoics shared and taught their philosophy publicly, making it accessible to all. They believed that Stoic principles could benefit anyone, so they didn't confine this knowledge to schools or palaces. Consequently, everyone from slaves to emperors could learn and practice Stoicism. Some of the most notable Stoics include Epictetus, who was once a slave, Seneca, a renowned statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of history's most powerful figures. The early Stoics practiced what they preached, opposing all forms of segregation and advocating for equality. They even coined the term cosmopolitan, meaning a citizen of the world. Today, we associate this word with diverse cities like New York, Toronto, Dubai, and London. This unity and inclusiveness were central to Stoic teachings. Women, even in those times, were allowed to learn about and become Stoics. So why do so many people adopt Stoicism as a way of life? In a world filled with unexpected events, our emotions can often interfere. We don't get sad because bad things happen to us. We get sad because unexpected bad things happen. Rain, for example, is beneficial. It waters plants, provides for livestock, and cools the temperature. But getting caught in the rain without an umbrella is unpleasant. Yet, we don't cry when it rains because we expect it. It's uncontrollable. Stoicism teaches us to expect that anything bad that can happen, will happen, envision the worst outcome and find peace in knowing it could occur. One Stoic exercise, voluntary discomfort, aims to increase gratitude. Sleep under kitchen floor. Take cold showers. Eat only potatoes for a few days. These practices help you understand that you can survive and even thrive despite discomfort if your mindset is right. By enduring these uncomfortable situations, we mentally prepare for future misfortunes. In today's world, where advertisements constantly push us to desire more, this message is crucial. We often learn different things from home, school, and our observations, but do we need to internalize all this knowledge? Doing so can set unrealistic expectations, leading to disappointment and dissatisfaction. We should focus on improving ourselves for ourselves, not for external validation. External hopes often lead to disappointment. We might spend money on a fancy car or house, or start a family, seeking external value rather than internal value. Stoicism teaches that placing happiness in external things is risky since these can fail. Cars break down, natural disasters occur, and divorce rates rise. Even free things have a cost, mental and physical space. As Seneca wrote, living with less creates space for what truly matters. We must base our happiness on our intrinsic value as humans, not on what we own. We should strive to keep a cool head regardless of life's challenges. While we can't control most events, we can control our reactions. This is the dichotomy of control, a fundamental Stoic principle. Separate what we control from what we cannot, and base our value on the former. Achieving goals is good, but breaking down when things don't go as planned is, from a Stoic's perspective, pointless. Creating YouTube videos, for instance, involves many controllable steps up to the point of uploading. After that, it's up to the YouTube algorithm. Judging success by effort, not external outcomes, is key. Imagine someone working hard for a promotion. If denied, they might feel they failed, not considering other factors like the boss's mood or the company's finances. Placing value on their effort, rather than the outcome, would lead to greater happiness. A true Stoic doesn't measure success by financial gain but by the ability to live comfortably without material excess. The four main virtues of Stoicism are wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Stoicism involves distinguishing between internal and external factors and choosing our reactions. Viktor Frankl said that between stimulus and response lies our power to choose our reaction. Courage means to persist and resist. Temperance involves doing more with less, saying more with fewer words. While wealth is often pursued, Stoics believe having what is essential is enough. Justice, the most important virtue, means doing no harm because we're meant to help each other. Nelson Mandela, one of the world's most famous leaders, embodied Stoic principles. Despite 27 years in prison, he urged reconciliation upon release, not revenge. He read Marcus Aurelius and practiced Stoic values, focusing on moving forward and rebuilding. In modern medicine, Stoicism is integral to therapies like rational emotive behavioral therapy, REBT, and logotherapy. REBT helps patients challenge negative thoughts with logic, replacing them with healthier beliefs. Logotherapy, based on the idea that purpose drives humans, helps find meaning even in difficult situations. To improve happiness, we must practice reframing our mindset, focusing on what we can control. Stoicism guides us through life's storms to calmer waters, and if our ship sinks, we can find peace in knowing we lived well, even if not as long as we wished. Everything has an end,